Okay, if this sets up, this is going to be trade number 18. All right, here we go. There it is. All right, there it is. So we are at 73.75 in the account. On the next trade, we're scaling up to 8 contracts. So that trade represented a very common trade that you'll find when you are studying the market, and you can either choose to pull the trigger on the trade because you're that confident in the environment at the time, or if you have a set of rules that you're using, you know, your rules may or may not be met based on or depending on what the specifics of the rules are. So what I do first is I study behavior and I study environment first and foremost. So when you guys hear me say skill trade, what I'm relying on is my ability to interpret based on the market's behavior and environment. And then I have the confidence to trade based on my decision to engage within that market environment. You see how that works? So it becomes a situation as you grow and as you cultivate your skill that you'll find yourself in where you're presented with a certain environment and behavior that the market is, you know, doing at the time. And your ability to know what it is at the time is going to determine whether or not you choose to take a trade in that environment. You see? So this is more of an advanced way to look at the overall way that you can go about trading, because what it requires is that you put the time in to study. Like, you got to study the market. You got to know what types of environments the market presents. You got to know what type of behavior within those environments that it presents. You got to connect the dots between the two. You got to line them up, and you got to put them together until they match up into something that you're, you know, confident and willing to take as far as trades. If you're not getting all of that, then you have no need to trade. You got to be that confident where you're not taking a trade unless you feel convicted in your decision to pull the trigger, and whatever the result is going to be is what it's going to be. You see? So it's not that I feel like I'm going to win every trade. I feel like I'm confident enough to take a trade, and I don't care what the result is because I'm confident in what I know the result is going to be. If that makes sense. I'm confident in what I know is the result based on the environment and the behavior presented at the time. You see, my study is what gives me the confidence in my skill. My studying is what gives me the confidence in my ability. Once again, training is the key. So for many of you, what's missing is the training element of this. You know, these videos are training you. I hope you guys realize that. These videos literally are training you. If you're watching the behavior of the market and the environment and how the market is looking when I take these trades, it's a training. It's a training. All right, so trade number 18 in the bag. On the next trade, like I said, I'll be scaling up to 8 contracts, and we're just going to continue to push on. All right. So just stay tuned. More trades to come. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance. This is the Blueprint Project. Trade number 18 in the bag. Peace.